Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of Low Fuel Motorsport here on Assetto Corsa. This is the open wheeler series at Donington Park. And for those of you who did not see my update video recently, I completely skipped out on week 1, so this is actually my first time driving these cars. The Tadas F4 that came with the base Assetto Corsa game, so last I remember, last video I made on this series was when it was running the RSS F3 last season, and a way I suggested this series could be improved if they use the RSS F4. And I'd say this is the next best thing, because it's an interesting car to drive, and it's more accessible because nobody has to download anything for it, so yeah, there's that. Anyways, this is my qualifying lap here. But this put me on pole. And one of the main things about this car that you're gonna see, it really likes to snap on you under braking. But yeah, and another thing too, specifically about this version of the track, the track limits are very liberal around the S's, as you're gonna see here. I believe you're allowed 2 wheels on the red and white curbs before being dinged for an off track. But yeah, you can see right there how it tried to slip under me under braking. You just got to be real conscious about that. But aside from that, it is a very good car to just build fundamentals on. And coming up to the line, 25.7, which is it's all right. The really fast guys are doing lower 25s, and my best time on this car is like a 25.2.
Well under pressure.
And yeah, on the grid, I completely forgot to reset my tire pressures, so they're massively under what they're supposed to be. But that, as you're gonna see in a second, that's the least of my worries. So I do get a good start here, thankfully. But going into turn 1 here, taking it super shallow.
Whoa, shit!
Car does a tank slapper, and I have to catch it all the way across the track. Go off track, get a warning, and now I just need to... I'm just in refocusing mode. But at the same time, like, there's a car on my inside, just trying to sort myself out. And then coming up to McLean's here. Watch the car behind. I stay to the inside. He just shunts it into the car in front and slams me off as a consequence. And yeah, it's this kind of behavior that you kind of just have to take whenever you go to a public service. There's a car stalled out on the track and somebody rams into the back of them. And yeah, so there goes any possibility of a race win, unfortunately. But just trying to see what I can make of it. So down in P14, car goes off on the exit there, up to P13 now. And coming through the final corner here, someone goes wide, another free spot. And we're battling for P11 now. So not necessarily... So for a recovery drive, we're already doing much better. But coming through turn 1 here, I go wide again.
Forgot how much this setup likes to wash.
Yeah, this setup is just super tight, especially with full race fuel and the broken front wing.
Not to mention the broken front wing.
And yeah, with turn 1, it gets deceptively narrow on the exit. Like, you have to be really patient. Either that, or you just have the front has to be super planted through there if you want to get the throttle. Get back on the throttle early. Anyways, staying on this shot, this massive group of cars here. Get past this first guy because he gets forced out wide at turn 8. And I decide to try and make a dive on this guy going into the S's, but the car in front of him starts going slow, and thankfully everybody brakes in time for that, so nobody shoves into the back of him. But unfortunately, the guy I just passed broke on the curb, sends me into him, and I get collected in a big shunt.
Bumper
So,
cars.
but something that
And I'm pretty sure I've broken
completely, something that I did wrong here is I tried to counter steer and go flat on the throttle
To the back of me.
to try and get back on track. But in
Still
all
fucking
reality, I should have
outrun
just held the brake. And yeah, it's just not. That's just bad habits. Anyways, cutting ahead a little bit.
I have a broken car.
Somehow I am
How the
catching these people, catching the cars ahead, even though my car is bent to all heaven and back, and my steering wheel is bent 45 degrees to the left. So I figure this is. I may as well just see how far I can take it. So, once again, cutting ahead to this guy who went wide at the old hairpin. End up getting an easy spot. And suddenly, I've made up almost half of the positions I lost during the first lap. So yeah, from here it gets a little bit quiet. And up until we get to the cars that are 6th and 5th, I believe. And from here, this is where I'd spend the rest of my race fighting, is for these 2 spots right here. And it's from here, even with a damaged car, you just gotta find the right opportunity to just find. And yeah, this lap car right here, I wasn't looking at my real time and I didn't know if he was a lapper or not, but I decided to send it up on the inside anyways, haphazardly. And then, following corner, I make a massive mistake, lock my fronts, and he tries to challenge me, but I get the better exit. And the car ahead of me gets a bad exit, so it all evens out. Skipping ahead to the next lap here, or later this lap, I should say. And let's see here. Oh yeah, this guy goes off in the S's here, and this is where I smell blood in the water. And so I'm just tussling, trying to get to the back of them. And they both get very bad exits coming out of this hairpin. So I'm still just trying to push, and try and set up a passing opportunity coming through the final corner. But it's just that final corner it feels like it's off camber almost. Like you cannot go from outside to inside. And what he does right here, what the car in front of us does right here, you're gonna see this done quite a bit. Yeah, and you saw it right there. He had a tank slapper, and honestly, I attribute that to, because like, on paper, using that pit exit to get a wider berth into turn 1, as this guy goes wide here, and I start fighting him here. But, and I believe you're going to actually see it again as we get to the end of this clip right here. But using the exit, using the pit exit here to get a wider berth into turn 1 seems like a good idea, but there's actually kind of a bump there, and not to mention, yeah, you just compromise your exit so much. As a result of that. And now I'm really close to him, and now I'm starting to think, how can I attack him as we get past a lapper who went off at the old hairpin again. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'll try and position myself inside at McLean's, but no, there's I was not close enough for that, so I end up taking the racing line. He gets a bad exit coming out of there. Try it up in turn 8, but I think twice at the very last second, and I lose a lot of time. But I'm thinking, that's okay. I still have plenty of time to catch him. I still have at least one more lap as we go through the S's here, and you're going to see the opportunity just open up. Right here. He just misses his braking point, goes super wide. I think he actually goes under the grass. And that just opens up the door for me to just go up into P5. And now I am going to spend the rest of this lap defending the ever-loving heck out of it. As we start that final lap right now, and I make a very bad mistake into turn 1. I don't go as wide as the other people, but I forgot I was in 5th gear and not 6th. I actually end up taking that corner way slower than what I wanted, which lets him come right back up to my behind. So that makes it a little bit more interesting, especially as we see the lappers slowly come back into the picture. Coming through McLean's, he's smart enough to not try and move up there. And what I do with this lapper, I'm not sure how I pulled it off, but I was able to use him as a pick. And apparently, I guess Diego just kind of got psyched out or something and just took the curbs on the outside of 8. And that just afforded me enough space to walk away with P5. Which, considering that I went from pole to 14th to 5th, that is, especially with how absolutely messed up my car is, I'd say that's about as good as I can do. And honestly, if there's something I want to, if there's a lesson I want to pass on from this video, it's just to never give up, because stuff like this can happen, where everybody just crashes out in front of you and you still end up with a good result anyways.
I mean, the beginning of that race sucked, but at least...
Like, yes, I lost a good chunk of SR from all that, but who cares? I still got a top 5. But
the beginning of that race sucked, but I was probably the best I could do in terms of a recovery drive.
And you can hear me, just reflect on that. Anyways, cutting to the race that took place, I believe, an hour after this. Qualify on pole again, but this time I don't get the start that I got in the first race, and the man in P2 actually ends up out-dragging me going into the first corner. Get another tank slapper here, but thankfully I keep it in line. And I crank up that front brake bias, because I did not want that happening again. And suddenly I am chasing this guy for P1. And another thing to take note of is, in the top left corner, you're going to see I am running the hards instead of the mediums. And my line of thinking at this point was, my tires did not feel great at the end of the first race, as I missed my braking point, go way wide, almost collided into the third place guy. Only now I see that, how close that was. But anyways, mediums were kind of dying towards the end of the first race, so I figured I'd want that tire life, but honestly, that was kind of just the bad choice, and you're gonna see that here. And once again, a little bit, Yoao goes a little bit too wide and ends up absolutely missing the exit of 1. But yeah, that
was only giving me half of my pressure.
This affords me quite a sizable lead, as I believe he rejoins in like P4. And yeah, so cutting ahead to the end of this lap, he actually finds himself back up into P3, P2 territory.
What happened behind?
Oh, I'm sorry, he's P6, but I believe he'll let's see here. Yeah, he managed to go from like P6 to P2 in quite a short distance, which I'd say is quite impressive.
Yeah.
Especially considering you just set a purple lap. Yeah, I just bled time to him. I just, because he's just got much faster tires than what I've got. But, so I'm just trying to push out the best laps I can with these very, very slow tires. But here's hoping, but in the back of my head, I was thinking that I am going to outlast this guy. And fast forwarding here, you're gonna see that the gap kind of stays in that like 3.5, 4 second territory, but something happened. I'm not quite sure what. I forgot to save my replay. I think it got corrupted. But it goes from like 3.5 to like 4 seconds, and then all the way up to 6 seconds almost. I'm thinking he just had like a real bad off somewhere, and it. You're gonna hear it in the recording.
Guessing.
I thought that he and David started fighting, and that maybe one of them had damage. But yeah, honestly, I'm not sure what I was talking about here.
What's the pressure off me?
And yeah, this was a very comfortable cushion to have in the lead, but then this happened. Coming out of McLean's, Lapper goes wide, Lapper 1 goes wide, Lapper 2 almost runs into me. I have to take avoiding action, and then Lapper 1 comes back and goes wide at 8. And suddenly, Yoao is within 2 seconds of me. And the fight is now back on.
Gotta love back markers.
So there's that, and then lapper number 3 here, heading to, I believe, the end of this lap and the start of the next. I'm right behind him. I'm guessing he saw everything happen behind him, and he's like, I don't want any of that mess. Please go around me. And to that I say, thank you. I understand. But yeah, things really started to heat up in this latter half of the race. And once again, zooming in, because I think he went wide at turn 8, and suddenly that 1.5, 2 second gap started to open up. And this ended up being enough cushion. Oh, another back marker, by the way.
Another back marker, bend it.
But this actually ended up being enough cushion to walk away with the win. So, yeah. It's not always being about fast. Excuse me. It's not always about being fast, but just, you know, not making mistakes, which practice always makes perfect. That's pretty much what I want to get across, I guess. Like, if there's 2 things to take away from this,
good race.
Never give up and practice. That's pretty much all I can say. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this commentary. If you like this and if you want to see other series, I would be more than happy to do so. Just let me know in the comments below, and do like and subscribe if you do like these in general. I hope to be making a lot more of these in the future. But that's gonna do it for me. So I will catch you all in the next video, and until then, take it easy.